beloveds. I apologize ahead of time if it gets a little noisy in here. We got a Chewy order yesterday, and so I brought some of the Chewy paper in, and Dante is not interested at all, and Gio is having a grand time. So, that's what you're hearing in the background is Gio. Gio has no chill. Like Dante is just watching Gio, and Gio is madly rushing around and playing with the paper and just in general being, a kitten. It's great. I'm a little worried about Gio because, see? Gio has no chill. Gio has no chill. Gio has no chill. None at all. All right. Well, you're not here for the update on the cats. What you are here for is living the science of mind. Let's do the housekeeping first. And all the housekeeping is simply me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. The website is creativelife.org. The constant contact email is info@creativelife.org. If you will email that will get you one email a week, unless something unusual happens, because we do live in hurricane country. Tells you what's going on for the week and the month. The hot links are hot. If it says click here now, it means it'll take you right to the information of the person that can help you get it. And it's a blind CC, so nobody is going to see your email. Nobody's going to get your email from us. So hopefully it's worth it to you. There is also, we want to talk about the social media really quick, just simply from the standpoint of we do not monetize the social media. We don't give them money. We don't ask you to give them money. We don't ask you to give them money to give us. But what we ask you to do then instead is to engage with the pages, to follow, and subscribe based on which platform you're on, and then react, comment, and share the individual posts. It bumps us in the algorithms, and we think we have good tools to share. So that is one easy way that you can help us out, and it costs you nothing other than a click. And we are Creative Life Spiritual Center or Creative Life Spark. So if you look and you don't see Creative Life Spiritual Center, try Creative Life Spark. We're not on all of the platforms. Like, I put my foot down and absolutely refused to do Twitter, and I'm glad that we did because of all the mess that it is now. We haven't started a Blue Sky yet. Kind of waiting on that platform to stabilize. And, but like on Instagram, we're Creative Life Spark. And I'm running Rev Ryan on all the social medias that I'm on. So, okay. I think that's everything. So the Living the Science of Mind is a collection of essays that came from the at-home course. Which, if that was in the back of the Science of Mind magazine, you could mail off for it, and they would mail you a lesson a week for 48 weeks. That's where all but 2 of these essays came from. My pet theory is that at-home course came because people would come to the lectures and read the book, and they had questions. So he would answer them in essays. And that's what we've been doing. And thankfully, while I've been highly distracted by kittens, they've been short essays. So, that might get Dante. Gio just threw himself into the box. And now Dante's thinking about going and attacking him, and he may not. Dante's just all kinds of chill. So, I got my highlighter, I got my light. And today, what we are doing is the practitioner clarifies their own thought. We've been talking about mental treatment for the last bunch of essays. And so today, that's what we are on, is the practitioner clarifies their own thought. He is chewing on the box. Like, just biting the box. It's a good thing it's a kitten box. Okay, so the practitioner clarifies their own thought. Strange as it may seem, after you have listened to the negative statements of your patient in which they present the case for materiality, and produces evidence to prove that they are convicted, you, as the practitioner, are the first one who needs to be healed of the belief that they must necessarily remain in their prison. Which I find really interesting. But hang on, I'll just read the rest of the essay. Hang on. The entire condition of lack, evil, and limitation, which they have described, must be repudiated. You must silence their belief in your own consciousness. You must silence their belief in your own consciousness. In other words, don't take it on. That's one of the reasons why Emma would, as her client was sitting in front of her telling her their woe story, oh, woe is me, oh, woe is me, Emma would be sitting there in the back of her mind going, you are not that, you are not that, you are not that. She wasn't even waiting for them to finish. She was already denying that they were what they were saying. She's not denying their experience. She was denying that they are what they were claiming. You must recognize that what has been operating through them is neither person, place, nor thing. It is not cause. It is not medium. It is not effect. And you should know that your word completely expels it from their consciousness. But your word cannot expel it from their consciousness unless at the same time it expels the same condition from your own thought. And see, that's one of those things right there where oftentimes practitioners will find people coming to them with things that they need to work on themselves anyway. So it kind of works out. It's like, oh, you need this. Okay, well, let me work on that for you. Oh, I need to work on that too. Being a practitioner is absolutely one of the most selfish and amazing things that you can do because you get to work on yourself and help people at the same time. All right. Again, we must reiterate the all-significant fact that the practitioner treats themselves to remove the patient's false belief from their own mind. It would be impossible for any practitioner to do this effectively unless they were first thoroughly convinced that mind alone is the final creative factor in the universe, and that all movement takes place in consciousness. Therefore, clarify your own consciousness about your patient, and when your statement has clarified your own consciousness, healed your own thought about them, they will come to you and tell you that they are receiving benefit. Watch this simple process as you silently practice it, and you will be amazed at the dynamic results which will follow. Now, I notice how I said watch as you silently practice it, because when we initially started as practitioners, we didn't treat out loud. When we treated for clients, we didn't do, I say we, I've always treated out loud when I've had clients. We didn't do out loud treatments. Most of the time, Emma would do silent treatments. Ernest did silent treatments. It's like, okay, we're going to go into treatment, and then we would sit quietly. It's a little weird, which is, I think, one of the reasons why we do, we don't do quiet. But oftentimes, if I am treating in my own home, I have the option of treating out loud because it's just me. And sometimes I do. And just as often as not, I do it, quietly in my head. If I am at work and feel the need to do a treatment, you better believe that I'm doing that quietly, in my head. Because it's not performative. We do the treatments out loud for clients because it makes them feel better. And sometimes, one of the other reasons why we do it is because then that way that they have heard that we have heard them. Because a lot of times before I do a treatment, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm hearing. So I reflect back to them. This is what you want me to treat for. Now, so then when I do the treatment, then they hear all of the things that they want in that treatment. But you don't have to do them out loud. You don't. They will be just as effective if how many times have, like, one of the better treatments that I wrote early on was like my mentor actually asked me to do a treatment for her. And so I wrote it. I did it as I wrote it in the email that I sent to her. So, but this essay is that reminder that a practitioner is treating themselves and holding the space for the client to accept it. I keep using the word client because patient, that's medical terminology, and we have to be careful there. So we are not therapists. We are practitioners, and there is a difference. We're much more like coaches. So that is, okay. That's the essay today. It's just a simple reminder of who the practitioner is treating, and the first person who has to be healed is the practitioner. We cannot take on the belief that our client has. So we got to heal ourselves of their belief before we can hold the space for them. So, all right, that is that. I'm going to wrap this up and see if I can I got to wrap this up and go and get on to work. But I'm going to try one more time to see if I can get Gio to play. He's just laying there behind the paper thinking. He did come over and play with the box for a minute. So, all right. But first, I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a take care of business day, a stay out of the heat day, a drink plenty of water day. Today it's 99, tomorrow is 100. Ugh. So, take care of yourself day. Stay out of the sunlight between 10 and 2 day. Put your sun visor up in your car day. That steering wheel will be blistering. A do what you gotta do day. A tell somebody you love them day. A cuddle your fur babies day. A eat something amazing day. A tackle a new project day. Or a wrap up a project day. I think I'm out of words day. A good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You're a beloved expression of the divine. You are spirit in motion, God in action, a brilliant light, a divine spark, a beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are godly. All right, so explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be, because the divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. Anything at all is possible. All right. Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I should be back with you around 9:15. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.